Good morning. Um, this entire channel has always been about things that I enjoy because I actually really enjoy this hobby and I want to share that. It's always about I found this game that I didn't know existed, check it out, it's really cool. Or here's a game that no one knows existed, check it out, it's really cool. Or here's a game that everyone's played and I haven't, I think it's really cool. Even my Raspberry Pi videos, I'm always about you can do this. I believe in you because I genuinely do. I genuinely believe that anyone can build the things that I build because if I can do it, anyone can, right? I make one negative video about something I really don't like, and I don't know whether it's human nature or the YouTube algorithm, but boy, is that my most viewed video, and it was about the Doom PS4 ports that stealth dropped at the end of last year. It's a couple of months ago now. So, put very quickly, I made a video series on the exclusive levels that are exclusive Doom maps that only appear in the console ports. So PS1 ports, original Xbox ports, Game Boy Advance ports, things like that. And then out of nowhere, just as I was finishing up that series, Bethesda stealth dropped Doom 1, Doom 2, and Doom 3 on the PS4, and boy, were they bad ports. They were terrible. So I made a video saying, please don't, and I try to keep it positive. Not only did I say, please don't buy these, I also said, if you can, or if you have got the PS3 port of Doom Classic Complete, just play that, because it's much better, and I, spoke positively about that. Anyway, like I say, that's still my most viewed video. I'm still getting comments on it to this day. Yesterday, I came home. I've been out all day yesterday. I came home and I saw that Doom 1 and Doom 2 had got a patch 1.04. And I thought, that's going to be bug fixes, that's going to be something else. So I checked the patch notes. Boy, those patch notes are something else. Let's have a look. Okay, and here we are at the PS4 now. Today is Thursday. It's quite late Thursday night, so please excuse the audio quality of this video. I've just quickly slapped together this capture rig just to take a look at this. So, like I say, it's Thursday night. I come home. I've been out all day. I come home and I see this notification, and it said Doom 2 version 1.04 update file, and I saw here Doom 1 version 1.04 update file. Interesting, I thought. Let's just have a look at what they updated. I'm assuming it's like fixed stability, fixed bug crashes, stuff like that. Let's just have a look at the update file. So let's go down into Doom 2, press the options button. Update history. Let's just see. Maybe it's something small. No. Introducing add-ons, in quotation marks. Add-ons bring free downloadable content to the re-releases of Doom and Doom 2, consisting of official map packs, as well as some of the best community episodes and megawads released for the original Doom titles. On both Doom and Doom 2, you'll find TNT Evolution and the Plutonia Experiment, the two map packs that constituted the retail final Doom release. Together, those alone represent 60 levels of gameplay. I mean, not wrong. On Doom 2, you'll also find No Rest for the Living, which was a map pack created for our friends at Nerve Software. What they don't say is that's for it was for the Xbox Live on the release on the 360. 60 frames per second support. For the first time, Doom and Doom 2 now run at 60 frames per second on all platforms instead of 35 frames per second as on the original releases. Before it was a bit spotty, but it wasn't, terrible. Added aspect ratio option. Stretches the display vertically to match the original 4:3 aspect ratio that the game was intended to be played in. So that's, again, one of the biggest problems I had with the first release of this version was the aspect ratio was wrong. I mean, that was one of many, many, many problems I had with it, but one of them was the aspect ratio was wrong. Added quick save and quick load, pause the game and Pause the game and press R1 to immediately save where you are and unpause the game. Load your quick save by pausing the game and pressing L1. No one asked for this, but why not? I mean, it's 2020 now. The quick save, quick load, sure. And in Doom, absolutely sure. Some of those levels, especially in Plutonia and TNT, those levels are no joke. Like quick save and quick load, yes please. I've done it a million times without them, but I will quite happily take quick save and quick load. There is no point putting yourself through some of that torture. Added level select. Pick an episode, map, and difficulty of your choosing and immediately play it without having to clear the previous level first. Super. Just jump to a level you like, jump in. Great. Added weapon carousel. You no longer need to cycle through every weapon to get to the one you want. Press previous or next weapon to highlight the weapon you want, and it will immediately swap to the selected gun. Hallelujah. Right? So, no more of just scrolling through each like it's the PS1 version. It's 2020. That was one of the biggest complaints I had, but not as big as the next thing. Added quick weapon select. The direction buttons can now be used to quickly swap between weapons. This was the fundamental problem I had in that previous video. The quick weapon select buttons should be on the D-pad. They've always been on the D-pad, and you need them on the D-pad purely because when you're in a tight situation, you need a weapon then, not later. So up button, shotgun and super shotgun. Right button, chain gun. Down, rocket launcher, and left plasma gun. So BFG's not on there. That's a problem. So you can't select BFG. You should be able to double tap left and get the BFG. Maybe it's there, maybe it's not. Also the chainsaw, not there. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but my God, how much better is that than, nothing on that D-pad? I mean, come on. Added overall brightness and level brightness. Again, no one was asking for that, but great. I mean, Doom is dark. Doom is really dark in certain spots, and to turn up the overall brightness and the gamma, as well as the overall brightness of the game and just the overall brightness of the levels, is brilliant. Like, yes. Again, because people, with visually impaired people, this is great. Now everyone can play. Added random sound effects pitch toggle. So this was a thing in, I think, one of the later versions of Doom 2 on the PC, is that the monster's pitch used to change at random, so it just sounded like there was different. Not every enemy would sound the same. New split screen HUD. Minimal HUD will be used when playing split screen. This is great. So again, you don't have to worry about all of that. Changed health graphics. The pill has been changed to a green plus, making it closer to the original appearance, because obviously the red cross has trademarked the red cross. So a green cross, absolutely A-OK, brilliant. Changed Wolfenstein secret level. Enemies in the Wolfenstein level have been restored to the original DOS release. The original textures and enemy audio have been re-added to the level, but with censored references removed. So thanks to, again, this being a worldwide release, obviously you've got to keep things in check for the entire world. That includes Germany, and in Germany you cannot have, obviously, swastikas and pictures of Adolf Hitler, so that was removed. Especially in the BFG edition, that was removed. But the original releases on Xbox Live weren't. So I guess they've just put it back to how it used to be. Several optimizations to Doom's software render have been made in order to better support 60 frames a second. This is brilliant. So hopefully it will run sharper and run better. So enough waffling. I mean, that is kind of everything I asked for. They didn't address the music. Like, it says here, fixed music, sounds and lighting. Now, I played version 1.03 and the music was still pretty garbage. So let's have a quick look at, let's look at Doom 1 first of all, and find out, have they fixed Doom? Like, let's just be honest, this is called, have they fixed Doom? Okay, still got that super low-res Doom logo, but I'm not going to go on about that because I banged on about that so much in the last one. That's fine. Guess we're not changing that. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's way better. Like, I don't know if my capture is going to do it justice, but that is pretty silky smooth 60 frames per second. Okay, so what have we got? We've still got single player. So what does single player do? Single player just goes, what do you want to play? Oh, I'm into Bethesda.net, great. So now we have a level select, so I can select any level. Okay, what can I select? Chapter? Yep, and I can select any map? Yep, and I can select, yep, okay, cool, and then I just go down to play level. Great, that's good. What else have we got? Local multiplayer? Yep, okay, that hasn't changed, fair enough. Add-ons. Now I have had a quick look at this, and boy, they are not mucking around with these add-ons. I don't know why they're calling them add-ons. Maybe it's to talk to the new generation. I don't know why they're optional either. Maybe that's getting around the whole DLC having to charge for them thing. But maybe that's why they call it add-ons. Maybe that's why you've got to install them separately rather than with a patch. But Sigil, as in John Romero's Sigil that came out earlier. Now this doesn't have, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't have the Buckethead CD audio soundtrack. So let's not do that first. Let's just look at the main game. So options, audio, master volume. Right, I've turned the music all the way up because I want to know. Let's turn on the random sound effects pitch. Why not? Video, we've got options for 4x3 or 16x10. Sure, I'm going to leave it 4x3 because I like it original. Overall brightness and level brightness. So this is the gamma in the level. Look at that. That's insane. So it's just the light amplification setting within the game. Let's turn that all the way down because I want to keep it original. So you can set up the brightness of the game or the brightness of the levels. That's really clever. Alright, let's go back. Again, no one was asking for that. This is what I was asking for. There it is. Sprint. Fire. Previous weapon. Weapon switch on the D-pad. There we go. Aim, move. Okay. That's good. It still doesn't have the... still doesn't say whether you can zoom in and out on the map. Which is interesting. But we'll see if they've added that. And last but not least, sensitivity. I'm going to turn that down a bit because it was well sensitive before. Okay, let's have a look. Let's go E1M1. Everyone knows E1M1. Please, 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 please let them fix the music. That sounds pretty good. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Alright. Okay, so we're already looking pretty good here. Let's get my... oh, what are the buttons? There we go. I have not played this since I made that last video, which was months ago. Because I was like, I don't need to... Oh, look, there you go. There was the green plus box. Alright, let's go back and get that shotgun. This... I can't emphasize how much changing the renderer has helped this. This just feels so much better. Like, it's weird. Like, you can screw up Doom in a number of ways, but it needs to feel right. Even the PS1 version with its choppy frame rate and its kind of weird controls, it still felt like Doom. And I think that was, that was super important. It just needed to feel like Doom, and it did. This one, even though it looked much better, sounded much better than that PS1 one, didn't feel like Doom. And that was the problem. So, I'm already liking this. The controls better, but there's only really one test of the controls that I need to see. Let's see if I can switch weapon. Now, I haven't picked up any other weapons, have I? I've only got the shotgun. I need to find another weapon. Right, so how do I select weapons? So before... Oh, okay. So I can just keep pressing R1. I don't need to go through it. Again, this is one of those things that I said on my last video. I didn't like the fact you had to scroll through every weapon. Pull it up, put it down. Now I'm just tapping the RB, tapping L1 and R1. Select the weapon I want, and when I want it, boom. So can I press the... there you go, D-pad. D-pad up. D-pad right. D-pad up. D-pad right. Much better. Like, infinitely better. Oh my god, this makes such a difference. Alright, let's check the map. See if they fixed the map. So, what's the map button? The map button, I think, is, yep, triangle. So, how do I zoom in? That's not zoom in. That's, okay, I'm still... So, it's an active map. There we go. Up on the D-pad. Down on the D-pad. Holy Lord, I think we've got somewhere. I think we might have actually got a playable version of Doom. Good Lord, guys, it took a while, but here we are. From a stealth drop to an actual good release. Huh. Well, I never thought I would actually bother playing this version of Doom again. But here we are. Good Lord. Alright. So, I mean, that all works. It's got cheats. It's got... Oh yeah, it's a quick save and quick load. Let's have a look, see how good that is. So, it said press pause. Quick save, R1. Yep, done. Cool. Let's get murdered. Oh, actually, just take a bit of damage. Alright, so I've taken a bit of damage, and I'm like, oh, I didn't want to do that, so just that and that. Where do we go? There we go, we're back in. You know what? Fair play, Bethesda. No one was asking for quick save and quick load, but you've done a very... I mean, you've only got one quick save and one quick load slot, but I mean, again, no one was asking for it. Good job, lads. You've actually managed to implement something that works. The graphics are right. It hasn't dropped below 60. The sound works. The aspect ratio is right. Like, this is all good. I'm actually impressed. And that's before I've even got to the add-ons bit, which is maybe the most exciting part. Okay, so you have available add-ons, so I can get TNT Evolution and the Plutonia Experiment for Doom 1. But why would you do that? Because they're Doom 2 maps. I don't even know if that would even work. Like, because what happens when the... Yeah, what happens when the Arch files turn up? I don't know. Maybe it just loads the Doom 2 WAD. I don't know. I don't know how that works. So you can see that's already downloaded. To download, you just press triangle. And if I want to activate it, I go square. And now it just loads the WAD into the... Oh no, pressing circle then loads the WAD. Right, now the WAD is loaded. It says active add-on. Okay. There we go. There is Sigil. Version 1.2. So I guess, okay. Alright, and it's the full Sigil one. Alright, let's just go single player. We've got level select. Yep, level select works. Huh. Okay, so let's just go map 1. Map 1. Where's Hurt Me Plenty? There we go. Right, play level. There it is, there's level 1 of Sigil. Running in 60 frames a second with the... oh man, I really need to know that guy's name. You know what, I'm going to put the guy's name down the bottom. But yeah, this is Sigil. This is Sigil running on the PS4. I mean... top marks, Bethesda. You've actually managed to surprise me. And again, I wasn't asking for this. I really wasn't expecting much. But good lord, well done. Because this... I'm not going to say above and beyond. Like, what you've done is the bare minimum. But before, you hadn't even done that. So I'll tell you what. Let's get out of this and look at Doom 2. Because Doom 2 was the most heartbreaking aspect of my last video. I was utterly gutted about the shambles that was Doom 2. So yeah, let's have a quick look at that. Okie doke, Doom 2, here we go. Let's just get straight into this. TNT Evolution, the Plutonia Experiment. They're kind of... I mean, Final Doom was kind of a response to all those collections of WADs that were appearing on discs in like EB and other less reputable places, around. They weren't like... They were unofficial. They quite clearly said unofficial on the packaging, and they weren't great. So Final Doom was like essentially endorsed by id Software. Brutally difficult, like really difficult, and it would be nice to actually play it. I mean, because again, I compared this to the PS3 Doom Classic Complete or whatever it was called. And I said in that video that was a much better purchase. And if all of that is, in here, minus the BFG stuff, but if all of that's in here, I can't see any reason why you wouldn't play this version, other than the online. I mean, fair enough, it hasn't got the online, but let's have a look. So, Doom 2, really low res thing again. Again, I'm not going to mention it because I banged on about that way too much in the last video. So let's get straight in. Okay, we're logging into Bethesda Net. Again, that's in there, but I'm not going to moan about it. It's annoying. It's unnecessary, considering this came out in 1990. What is this? 4 at this point. So yeah, it's annoying and it's unnecessary, but I get why they do it. Okay, single player. Low game level select. So the level select is right there. Now, on my last video, Bad Dream. Not there. Let's see if they've actually added it into the thing. So there's the master levels. So we got Hell on Earth and the master levels. Attack, Canyon, catwalk. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Level 21. Is it there? Is it? There it is. There it is. So on the on my last video, I said that you couldn't select Bad Dream from the level select, even though it existed in the game, and here it is. Again, kind of a joke level, not really a level, but the way to do it was to get an invulnerability sphere in level 20, the last level of the master levels, and then what you had to do, yeah, see, look, it's kind of a joke level, but you can do it. I mean, it's possible. It's not easy, but it's possible. But the way to do it was you had to get an arch file in a certain place, and you had to have an invulnerability sphere in a certain place. Then you needed to get the arch file to pop you up to a hidden elevator. It was really long-winded, old-fashioned way of doing it. Ever since these came out on consoles, just jump to it. And they've finally, in 2020, managed to put in a level select so you can get to Bad Dream. Again, it's not super important, it's just attention to detail. Let's just go straight in new game, Hell on Earth, and hope you play me. Yeah. Let's listen to that music. That bass line is right. Yeah, that bass line is correct. So, again, I was saying before that a MIDI is just... It's not necessarily a music file more than it is just a set of commands for a synth bank, essentially. A collection of instruments and parameters to play. So, essentially, it works like sheet music or guitar tab. And what you do is you feed that into a MIDI processor, and then that basically plays the music, like a music box almost. And whatever MIDI processor they were using before was really wonky. Like the sustain was all over the place, the drums were all over the place, it was the wrong pitch, it was just playing a little bit too slow, it was bad. And this is much better, like infinitely better. Alright, let's see, I can't select pistol on my quick select. So, let's have a quick look up here. Like instantly I'm having more fun. It's a lot faster. I need to look. This is the sensitivity before I toned it down in the original release. So for the sensitivity's gone back to default. Like it hasn't kept my sensitivity setting. This is way too sensitive. Let's turn that down a bit. Let's go control. No, it's not there. Where is it? Gameplay probably. Gameplay sensitivity down. Always run on, vibration on. Yeah, let's turn the sensitivity down a little bit. Alright, that's all of a sudden, yep, that's better. Alright, let's turn that on, let's go get this. So the reason I'm doing Doom 2 level 1 is that you can get most of the decent weapons, short of the plasma and the BFG, in here. Right, so all of a sudden, I've now got a rocket launcher, and then I'm going to use that rocket launcher to get a shotgun, which is down here. Boof. Alright, I did pretty well there. I don't want to waste it because I want to see if I can... Okay, so now I've got the shotgun, so I can press up for the shotgun, down for the rocket launcher, and yeah, all I've got is shotgun and rocket launcher, so I don't have the pistol or the chainsaw on the quick select. Which, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's get the double barrel and see if that actually works. So I'm going to quickly run to the double barrel, and then I'm going to look at some of the add-ons for this. Alright. So again, let's like recap. Aspect ratio, much better. Much better aspect ratio. Controls, way more fluid. Solid 60 frames, fine. I mean, I don't know why I'm getting happy about 60 frames in 2020 on a game that came out in 93, but okay. I shouldn't really need to, but there you go. On a PS4 of all things. So yeah, so that's instantly better. The music, better. Again, no online. You know, call it what it is. It's no online. And you still have to log into Bethesda.net. Those are still the downsides. But, I mean, this is just night and day better than the original release. Like, I cannot stress how disappointed I was with that original release. And this is just infinitely better. Like, it's not great. I mean, if you're a PC purist, just play the PC version. But if you're a console Doom fan, which I am, I love console Doom. All versions of console Doom. Then yeah, this is good. This is a good version of Doom now. Or Doom 2, sorry. This is a good version of Doom 2. I'm actually impressed they've managed to pull this one out of the bag. I genuinely thought for like the cost of £3 or whatever it was, they were just like, nah, you get what you're given. Done. If I press up, I can cycle between my shotguns. Also, they did say they sped up the... Also, the shotgun and the double barrel look kind of similar on the... I know they're using the sprite from the game, but with that, it's just painted red. They look kind of similar in a tight situation where you're not really paying attention. That could be... But then you could just press up. So if you get the wrong one, you just press up, I guess. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll give them that. I mean, I would rather it had the colour and not just red, but I guess it's so it doesn't clash with the background. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, that I'm super impressed. It feels like Doom. To quantify the feeling of Doom is quite hard, but you know when you play it, you're like, this doesn't feel right. Like instantly, this doesn't feel right. This feels better. Like this just feels better. And like I say, it's a hard thing to quantify, but you'll know it when you know it when you see it, or when you feel it, or when you don't feel it. And I'm feeling it. All right, let's go. Quit here. Let's go add-ons. So, again, with this kind of weird... I don't know why they've used this aesthetic for the menu. This almost looks like an Ubisoft menu, really. But, okay. So we've got No Rest for the Living, which never had a title card. So they've actually had to make a title card for it, which is interesting. No Rest for the Living, TNT Evolution, and the Plutonia Experiment. Okay, because I'm a masochist, let's do it. Okay, so we're going to apply the WAD. I guess that just restarts the EXE with the WAD attached. Okay, single player. Level select. You know what? First one. Why not? Hurt me plenty. Yeah, I'm going to last for about 3 seconds. Here we go. Plutonia Experiment. So this was the reason that I said you should maybe... Oh, let's see if I can just get under the point where it kills me. Damn it, he got a hit on me. Alright. So again, can I switch weapons? Yep, I can. It's all there. This is cool. This is cool. So, again, this is the reason I gave for buying Doom Classic Complete, because it had this. It had TNT. It had No Rest for the Living. It had all of that content all together in one package. Now granted, you have to buy Doom 1 and Doom 2 separately to get that. However, if you... Oh man, I have 2 bullets. Okay. If you do buy Doom 1 and Doom 2 on the PS4, it will set you back a whopping £8, which I think is more than enough to get... Oh, there's going to be a Revenant down there. Oh, whatever, that's a good way to go out. There you go. Yep, there you go. So, I mean, £8 for Doom 1, all 4 chapters, Doom 2, Doom 2 the Master Levels, Doom 2 No Rest for the Living, TNT, Evolution, and Sigil. I think that is a pretty good deal. If you can get a better deal for £8, like, let me know. I think that is a pretty good deal. And they say that they're adding, add-ons all the time. Plus, and this is the thing that sort of I was quite excited about. If you go to add-ons, right, you see the way at the top it says add-on here, and then you have to put the add-on on. So you have to toggle it. So if I toggle that, it takes it away. But there's no reason that I couldn't say toggle this, and then toggle, say, Brutal Doom, and add Brutal Doom over the top. I mean, obviously, they're not selling it. They're just adding it. Like, they're just selling you the base thing, so maybe you could toggle Brutal Doom and then one of these, or maybe they could add user stuff later on. They definitely have won me over, right? So, let's call this what it is. This is better, right? This is just better. So, Bethesda, right? I know you probably didn't watch my last video. I get that, but I also know I couldn't have been the only person complaining. Like, forget the Bethesda.net stuff. Forget the, the other stuff. Little things like aspect ratio. Little things like the music. I mean, I say little things. Big things like the aspect ratio. Big things like the music. Like, it was all important. Especially, not just to me, but like anyone who likes Doom. Like anyone who cherishes these games. They were important things. And the add-ons and whatnot, the quick save, the quick load, all great. Like adding Sigil, great. Like absolutely A-okay. But you need to get the fundamentals right. And the fundamentals of the feel, the music, the, you know what I mean? Like the weapon select. Like they're fundamentals of Doom. You have to get that right. And frankly, the first time around you didn't. And the fact that you've done it now, fine. And for no cost, great. You haven't re-released these things. It's just a patch that has patched out all of that. You've got a new renderer. The light seems to work better, or the lighting seems to work better. You've got adjustable lighting in the game, so you can flick the lighting all the way up if you've got, if you've got visual impairments. You can just flick the lighting up all the way. That's great. That's absolutely the right thing to do. This is the version of Doom that you should have released. I mean, better late than never, right? I get it. This is the one that, should have been released. But the fact that it is now, I appreciate. And I really, really, really think this could be maybe the best console port of Doom. Wow. I heard those words coming out of my mouth. This could be the best console port of Doom and Doom 2. Whew. If you'd asked me that yesterday, that not in a squillion years would I have said those words. But this might just be it. Huh. Alright, cool. This feels good. This is a good video to make after the last one. Alright, cool. Peace.